Okay, so for this video, we're going to start to review some triangles from geometry, mainly because they're going to be very crucial for the unit circle and for the next few weeks of this portion of the class. So we're going to start with properties of the 30, 60, 90 triangle and properties of the 45, 45, 90 triangles. And here to the bottom left, I have the 30, 60, 90 triangle. Here's a 30, here's a 60, and here's a 90. The real cool thing about this triangle, if you remember, is that this side at the bottom, labeled it as x, is actually this side over here, 2x, is twice the size of that. And this side over here is x squared root of 3. So, let me move on to the next slide. For example, if x equals 1, this side down here would be 1 times 1, or just 1. This side over here would be 2 times 1, or just 1. This side right here would be 1 times square root of 3. I mean, this is 2. And which is just square root of 3. Now let's say I want to have x equal 2. Well, this would be 2. This would be 4. This would be 2 square root of 3. Now, the way to remember this is that the smallest side, this bottom side right here, is always going to be x. Hypotenuse is always going to be 2x. And the only one that's left, the middle side, is x square root of 3. Now, it's going to be a little hard. You kind of just have to memorize this at first, but then you start to get the hang of it. Here's another example. Just added on here just for fun. If x is 14, you will have 14 over here. What's over here? Well, 14 times 2, which is 28. Over here is 14 square root of 3. So here's the second one. 45, 45, 90 triangles. Now, instead of going through a few examples, I'm just going to show you what it is here. Different colors. It's 45, 45, and 90. So for example, if x equals 1, it's all the ones in the green. This is going to be 1. This is going to be 1. This is just going to be square root of 2. Now let's say I want x to be, make something up, 12. That means that this side is 12. That means that this side would be 12 square root of 2. Notice the pattern? Let's get a little fancy now. Let's say I want this to be square root of 3. Well, then this side over here would be square root of 3. This side over here would be square root of 3 times square root of 2, or square root of 6. So again, just to reiterate kind of what we said before, this side, 45, 45, 90, you have two sides that are exactly the same. So this is x, x, and x. The other side is just going to be x square root of 2. Now you're going to start to notice some patterns. You're going to start noticing square root of 3. Let me write this up here. Square root of 3 and square root of 2 are going to be some squares that you're going to start to see a lot. And just to end this video, just put this on here just because you're going to need it, not for all the classwork, but there's going to be some challenge questions where I'm going to ask you to solve problems assuming you know these properties. So you're going to have to start to get creative now, look for patterns, and see what you can do given what you have.